Well, there are some pretty serious risks to working in the construction industry. Electrocution, falling, getting crushed by equipment. But there's another risk that's taking lives at an alarming rate. You may have never thought of it. Shayla Reeves explains how a Twin Cities union is helping to save lives one hand at a time.
Mr. Brandon Fire.
I'm so proud of myself because I didn't think I'd be in this position here. I found my lifelong career that I want to do.
In 18 weeks, Brandon Byer found more than a career. He found himself.
It's a really big accomplishment on my part.
The future commercial painter is one of 16 students completing the PSEO program for the Finishing Trades Institute of the Upper Midwest.
Not only to finish, but to finish strong.
My mom and my dad there because we've been through so much together.
A moment shared with the confidence Brandon didn't always have in a room full of friends who've become more like family.
And I want to say thank you to my classmates. You guys have made this a joy, and I've never had a family like this, and I love you guys all so much.
A welcome change after years of challenges.
I was pretty heavily bullied for about 4.5 years. I went through some suicide attempts.
After switching to a new school, a counselor urged Brandon to apply for the PSEO program at the apprenticeship college. Inside, he not only learned about trades like painting and drywall, he learned about people.
It feels really good that I can just be myself around people and they won't judge me for who I am or what I do.
The most important thing is that we have to live the words that we speak, and we've made a decision to do that here.
John Burkaw is the Director of Academic Education for the Finishing Trades Institute of the Upper Midwest. He's worked in the finishing trades industry for more than 30 years.
It's a tough industry. It's high demand work. There's a lot of pressure in the work that we do, deadlines, time constraints, dollars to be made. Then you add the hazards that we're exposed to. Part of construction is working in remote areas, sometimes working alone. This is not a group of people that typically talk about what's wrong.
In 2020, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention found men working in construction have one of the highest suicide rates in the country compared to other industries. It's about 4 times higher than the general population. Risk factors include demanding schedules, uncertainty of seasonal work, and workplace injuries sometimes treated with opioids. When it comes to suicide rates in Minnesota, the numbers are staggering. In 2019, the Minnesota Department of Health reported 830 people died from intentional self-harm, the highest count ever recorded in the state to that point. These suicides disproportionately affect males, Native Americans, and people ages 45 to 64. Males are 3 to 5 times more likely to take their own lives compared to females.
Females in the trades, for example, may feel isolated as a result of not always sure if you fit in, for example. And as a result of that, parlayed with the injuries and the hazards that we experience and the opioid dependencies that result from injury, it really creates this hidden time bomb.
A bomb this school is working to defuse through the Helping Hand initiative. The goal is to normalize conversation about mental health and create an environment where people in the finishing trades industry can feel okay asking for help. The program focuses on stigma, changing the words we use when talking about mental health, and ending discrimination against people with mental health and substance use disorders. Staff members take mental health first aid and a course called Changing the Culture of Construction. All are trained to deal with crisis.
We know we've saved lives. We've known we've saved lives as recently in the past month, just because courage, people have the courage to come forward, ask for help, then getting them the help that they need. So it really started with a tragedy in Bob's family.
I don't want anybody else to go through what we've gone through.
Bob Swanson is a retired painting contractor, a mental health advocate, and a dad.
Our oldest son, Michael, died by suicide on March 13th, 2009 at the age of 33. I was raised as a male. You provide and protect for your family. That was drilled into me by my dad. Well, here I couldn't protect my son. And I felt a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. Part of my healing, I thought, I got to talk about this. I can't just keep it to myself. And it just kind of said, I got to give something back to the industry.
Through finding the courage to share his family's story, Bob laid the groundwork for what would become the Helping Hand initiative. Brandon is already reaping the rewards through his teachers.
He senses if I'm not okay or if something's wrong, and he'll text me right away, "Are you doing okay?" it's just nice to have that support. Even when I'm not asking for it, they'll ask me.
A smile, years in the making, and a journey Brandon didn't have to take alone.
We're like a tight-knit family here, and no one judges anyone, and we all like each other and love each other, so it's a good feeling.
To hear Brandon's story, it gave me goosebumps. To feel proud of him and proud that our industry is changing because he felt safe.
Shayla Reeves, WCCO 4 News.
Now, the huge takeaway here, no matter when you need it, mental health help is always available. You can call or text the numbers on your screen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.